Just arrived in Hampi after a 12-hour bus ride, and we've just been on a tuk-tuk, and Hampi is very picturesque at the moment, and we're waiting to catch a boat to go across this thing here to our hotel. Looks like it'll be a fun 4 days. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, we're in Hampi.
Hampi!
Which is the boulder capital of India. So we just come for a walk, see what we can find.
It's also a World Heritage Site according to UNESCO, over the river, with lots and lots of temples.
Our first evening after it's been boiling hot. Just been looking at some people bouldering. Shame I didn't get some shoes today, but now we've got a sunset on top of these boulders and it's just like incredible. It really is. Hampi, you should come. It's pretty dark, but we've just been up on these boulders, which is amazing. Listen to those frogs.
This place is just stunning. So we're in Hampi. Chris and somebody else called Miles are up there bouldering. It's just so photogenic. Behind me is the temple area. We're going to go and visit that tomorrow. World Heritage Site, which always makes me pleased. And then there's the sunset coming. Fields where I went to yoga across the field earlier on today, and if I can show you, in that corner there is where our accommodation is. Today we have escaped the island and we are now actually at Hampi with all the ruins of the Vijayanagara period from the 15th to 17th centuries, and this is what Hampi is well known for, and this is a World Heritage UNESCO site.
Look at these massive things on wheels. I'm sure it's culturally insensitive, but it looks like a big pirate ship on wheels. Or Troy and the Big Horse. It seems like they're trying to fix this one up. And they would definitely have to take the electricity wires down to get this to move anywhere. This girl just here, she's got a big stick on her head, and she just said to me, Mani, you pay school, and I struggle with all of this type of stuff, and because you never know where the money's going, but you could easily just pay everybody here. And me and Helen were just talking about the tourist tax as well. The prices aren't the same for locals as they are for tourists, and you know, by 50, 100% more, or 150% more. And I was wondering if that was short-sighted or not by them, or whether it's really the same as in New Zealand, when we charge more tourists to do the great walks than Kiwis themselves. So I'm struggling with this concept at the moment. Maybe I'll come back to you with some other thoughts. Let me know what you think. Just another thought as I'm walking down towards Helen. You get lots of people who are asking you for stuff, and it makes you quite rude, because you've got to be rude for them to understand that you don't want whatever they've got, because they just carry on. And if I go, oh no, not now, thank you, or thanks very much but no, and all this type of stuff, they don't get it. So you just got to say no and sort of like be brusque, which doesn't make me feel great, because that's not the type of person I am. But it seems to be you doing that quite a lot as you walk along, and just saying no. And then I try a bit of sarcasm, that doesn't work. And then Helen says things like, no, we don't want that, and in that manner, and that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. But it does make you feel like I'm being rude and not the way I want to act. But it seems to be the only way to get rid of these people, which then in turn will make them more immune to you saying those no things, and just a big bad cycle of that. More thoughts. So I was just amazed by the amount of boulders there are here. You know, you look at Castle Hill in New Zealand, and you know, there's a lot there. But this place, you just can count 1,000 easily in one block, and then you know, there's more blocks and more blocks and more blocks and more blocks, and then as far as the eye can see, in the hills, there's just like boulders everywhere. If you want to go climbing and do new routes, this is the place to come. Oh, that's a goodie. It's a lovely one. Nice and sweet. Good for your belly. Had some beans yesterday. It needs to be a bit settled. People are ever resourceful. There's a crack table here which has been stitched up like an American football.
Daddy, you'd be so impressed.
Yeah. Look at this scale. Temple steps. How many boulders in this patch?
Next, going in. Oh, one at a time.
This is Ragwent. You want to say hello? And he is 10 years old, and he's just sold me some postcards, and I've given him a grumpy bar. So this is the World Heritage site of Hampi. 40 rupees for locals, 600 for tourists. I'm not sure I want to spend 600 to go into there. And you can see me sporting a new hat that somebody gave me last night. Pretty cool. I'm not sure the hat's cool, but it's pretty cool that they gave it to me. And it's needed today because it is absolutely roasting.
I know I'm an absolute ignoramus, but I'm actually just happy meandering through these ruins. And we're in a nice quiet bit where there's only me and Christopher. And it's not cost us any money to get in. It's a whole 600 rupees down there to get into the main temple, which is about £6 or $12, which is not a lot, but really it's another temple and it doesn't mean anything to me. And meanwhile, we're just here and it's quiet and it's in the shade, which is needed because it's boiling, and it's lovely. And I like the motifs, and I'm happy. It's a hot old day and Chris and I are sneaking around the edge of the elephant enclosure because it is 40 rupees for Indians to get in and 600 rupees for foreigners. So that's 15 times the amount. So that's led to some interesting conversations. I actually don't mind paying more as a foreigner because I acknowledge I have got more wealth than the majority of Indians. However, 15 times the amount just seems a little excessive.
And that's not just in one place, that's in every gate you come to.
So all the major temples and military and civic areas and royal palaces, etc. have all got a $600 charge, which seems a bit daft. It's not kind of one big charge for the whole day of wandering, albeit that lots of temples and buildings are freely accessible. So we've basically sneaky beakied our way around the side. It is roasting and really arid, but amazing, stunning. Very...
Used some dead ground, managed to find our way into the elephants. Now got the watchtower behind us.
He was teaching me sneaky beaky sniper tactics for my camera.
Really hot. Well, maybe we have to look it up in a minute. Anyway, we're just going across country and then we're going to go up one of those hills up there and hopefully get a view. I'm looking forward to a cold shower.
And a nice cold Sprite or a lemon soda, please.
Or a Kingfisher.
I'm having an alcohol-free day, just like yesterday.
I know.
I didn't manage one yesterday either.
The size of these steps, people must have put these steps in. They're massive.
Slow and steady. Can you hear me huffing and puffing?
Just wondering how they cut these out, and some of them have got these marks in them, and there's like a big block there, which is obviously jiggity jagged. I wonder if that's how they cut them out, and then that's why we see this here. I don't know, I've got no idea, to be perfectly honest. Oh my goodness, look at that! Woo! That's a view.
Yep, I think I'm as red as a beetroot. And I got to the top and my belly flipped over. It was horrible. There was nothing, no safety railings, and the wind, well, breeze of 38 degrees got me as I looked over the edge and went, ah! And then you can see, maybe if it's not too fadey light, behind me, the view. yellow turreted. So we started our day, and opposite that is Hampi, or Hippie Island. And that's where we are now, looking down on more temples. Here comes Christopher. How did that make you feel, mister?
It's amazing. It's well worth the effort, that's for sure. So over there you have the river, which we came in on yesterday. And then you have the place we were climbing, which is that plateau over there, and watching the sunsets. And then you come back out. And this is the temple we'll go to, the monkey temple. 600 steps to the top, which we'll go to in a few days. And then you can see we walked along the river, all the way down around the corner of this one. We missed out this one. Look at this, it's massive. You've got to have a fair few people here to make these work. And then we drove around in a tuk-tuk around the back. We came around the back and we did some sneaky beaking into the elephant holding area. And we walked up past these rocks. And we went into that banana plantation, which was the wrong way. And we came back out. And on the edge of the banana plantation, all the way up here to the top. Everybody said to us so far, Hampi is amazing. I've really got no words to describe it. It's just breathtaking. It's natural beauty and together with architecture from a long lost civilization or whatever it is. I mean, it's both together. Wow, it is just fantastic. If you want to come climbing or just look at ruins, just chill out in the Goan corner. Yeah, put it on your spot, put it on your bucket list. It's pretty cool.